Hi, you guys. Welcome back. Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker. I have a ton of glare on me right now. I'm very sorry, but I am on a time schedule to get this filmed, so we're going to have to roll with it. Unfortunately, I'm filming much later in the day than I normally do, so we do have some reflective glare as the sun's now come around the house, and every time I move anything underneath me, you can see the light bounce around. So I do apologize for the bad lighting, but it is what it is, and we're just going to have to rock and roll with it today. But we have the Q1 updates for my goals for 2025, and I am very excited. Wow, that glare on my glasses. So that's my window, I think. No? What is that coming off of? Oh, that's the other window that's glaring so bad. Let's see if... Much better. There we go. Still have some glare, but not quite as much. So anyway, 2025's goal, Q1. I am so excited. I did not get nearly done what I would have wanted to, but you guys, it is what it is. Life is what it is. So if you guys did not see the video in January where I shared my goals for 2025, I will go through them as we go through here. This is my journal. First half is 2024, second half is 2025. I covered this using a Michaels Recollection paper pad, following a tutorial by May Made It. So we've talked about this year after year. Go to January 2024's video to see more details on how I made it, what I did, and how I set it up. But we have, pockets and leaflets and inserts and everything else in here. So get to my goals pages for 2025. I had 19 goals this year, and I have notes. So if you see me looking down, unfortunately, this does involve this looks a little crazy, but goals for 2025. Number one was spend 3 pounds of fiber. I have not touched my spinning wheel so far this year. We've had too much in and out traffic to the house to pull my spinning wheel out downstairs. I do have my kiwi downstairs. I do have a yarn started on it that I'm probably going to pull off because I have a neon that I really want to spin right now. So hopefully I will get there. My goal was 100 pounds of FOs. So far I'm at 5.9 pounds. So we are a long way off from 100 pounds of finished objects. I have not donated anything yet. So I have the goal of 50 donated hats and scarves, 50 donated baby hats, 5 donated blankets, 5 donated shawls. At the rate I'm going with blankets, I probably, unless those scrap gans are coming together quicker than I think they will, we may not have blankets at all this year. I do have at least 15 baby hats ready to go, and I do have a couple sets ready to donate. So we will have donations towards the end of the year. Normally, I start actually taking things to drop off. Shawls generally like July, August, hats and scarves and blankets generally September through November. So that is something I normally actually do at the end of the year. I want to finish 10 blankets overall because I have the goal of making family blankets. So far, I've finished 0 blankets this year. I do have 4 started though. So that is something in my favor. Make 400 cards. I have not had any time for paper crafting. Keeping up with my own make-alongs so far, January, February, March, I have participated in my own make-along for the year of the make-along. So every month I am hosting a different make-along. Some months we have prizes, some months we don't, but it's kind of for fun. And most of it is focusing on different parts of our stash, how we're using our stash, and how we look at our stash. So if you were trying to work your stash down this year, come play along because there's something fun every single month, and the makes have been phenomenal. I'm just giddy every month getting everybody's submissions together. Low buy with a starting budget of $200 this year. So for my low buy, for every 100 grams of finished objects I have, I get $1 into my budget. And for everything that I spend, obviously that comes out of my budget. So far this year, I am in a net positive of $65.12. I did gift somebody some yarn that needed it for a project. And I did forget to check my non-yarny FOs, which was another like $5 there. So while I have only used $27 worth in my stash, I have had yarn moving out more this year than coming in. I do not include any of the things that I purchased to review or my 2 subscription boxes with ALC and Yarnable. So those don't count as yarn in for me. It's just a little prize for myself every month. I stayed alive another month. I didn't manage to trip and fall down the stairs this month. I deserve it. I deserve some yarn. Finish and Frog all pre-2025 projects. So far I have made a lot of progress here. You can see all those highlighter marks. February was focusing on our UFOs and WIPs. I have had some things finished. I have frogged some things. So I started off the year with 25 projects here, and I have finished 7 out of 25. So I'm very pleased with that. To me, that was a huge accomplishment for me. That made me feel really good to see that much progress getting knocked out there. I want to knit 12 pairs of self-striping socks this year. So far, I've done 1 a month. So in January, I don't remember which ones I made. My deep stash. That was a deep stash hit. That was Sensations Bamboo U and Pink Multi. So that yarn's like 10 to 12 years old. Finally made a pair of socks out of that. For February, I had actually cast on these socks, but as a gag gift, I ended up knitting a self-striping pair of socks for a friend of ours. We called that Project Friends Cold Feet. He's been given his socks. He did enjoy those. So the Regia socks ended up becoming March's pair of socks. So I have actually finished those 3. Plus, I had a 4th pair that was part of the Project UFO project. So I technically have finished 4 pairs of self-striping socks this year. I still intend to have more. So I have 2 for July that I'm planning on to do for Christmas and July. I want to knit Troy and me matching Christmas socks. I also have some plans for some Halloween socks for my Spook Your Spring make-along that are self-striping. So there will be plenty of time to make some self-striping socks. Once again, no paper crafting, so I didn't finish any of 12 by 12 pads, 6 by 6 pads, washi tape, none of those. Work into 20 hanks or 20,000 grams of fingering weight yarn. So this is a regular goal I set for myself. I am very bad about buying fingering weight yarn and just holding on to it because it's too pretty and precious to me to make socks with, which is what I buy it for. And then I don't know what I want to make with it. So I'm trying to make myself actually use the sock yarn I'm purchasing. And I really want to start a pair using one of my Southern Comfort Fiber Market yarns from last year. It just keeps calling my name to work on it. Next one is make 1 sweater. That is my only completed goal for this year so far. I did finally finish my brick sweater. So I do have 2 sweaters on the make, one in fingering weight that is a t-shirty, lightweight t-shirt, one that is worsted weight. So make it 3 sweaters by the end of the year. Hopefully none of them take 3 years like the brick sweater did. I want to make all of my stepkids and their spouses and the grandkids blankets. I might have to split this up to 2 years, do like all the girls 1 year and all the boys 1 year or something, or just like every family gets one at different points or something. I don't know, but I'm starting to get a little worried I can't get this done. I have my eldest granddaughters, one of my stepsons, and one of my daughter-in-law's blankets already started, but looking at how long it's taking me to get things done, I'm starting to worry a little bit. Last one was learn a new technique. So I actually have that set, I believe is June's make along goal. So I will focus on that in the month of June. I have not decided what my technique is going to be yet, but I would like to learn something new or work on something, you know, I'm just not that good at. Like I tried entrelac once, and that's been the only entrelac project I ever made. I would also like to work on reading crochet graphs because I can read a knitting graph or a written knitting pattern, no problem. I can watch tutorials, no problem. I can read a crochet pattern, no problem. But for some reason, crochet graphs, and I struggle following the row. Now, if I'm having a hard time reading a pattern and understanding what the pattern says, I can go to the graph and be like, okay, this is what it's doing, or this is what I'm looking for. For some reason, I can use it to visualize what a written pattern says, but it took me so long to do a virus shawl because I couldn't read the graph. So that might be something I want to work on. I also want to play with some filet crochet and I might want to come back and work on that skull sweater that I really wanted. I will probably need a different yarn than what I was using. But yeah, like filet crochet would be a lot of fun. I've done Grafgans, but I haven't really done a whole lot of filet work. So that might be fun. Like I said, I just haven't picked it yet. I will figure that one out. So that is my primary list. Now I also have a list of finished items and supplies that I tally. So on this page, we have the finished items tally. I've done 4 shawls, 7 hats, no scarves, no hats, hat and scarf sets. Baby hats, I haven't counted, but I have like 15 of them. Blankets I haven't finished. I have not done any dishcloths and mug rugs, although 1 month's make along is focusing on our cotton yarn. So it's the only fiber specific one I did this year, but it's because so many of you guys asked me to focus on cotton for 1 month because you guys have the ever multiplying cotton stash and you don't know where it's coming from. 1 sweater, no cards, 5 pairs of socks finished, 4 of them self-striping. On the next page, we have supplies used and donated items. Like I said, we have no donated items here. There's just nothing there. But as far as supplies used, I have worked into 10 hanks or skeins of fingering weight yarn. Very excited. I've used 1 cake, no 6x6 pads, no 12x12 pads, no sticker sheets, no washi tape, and no cotton so far. So that is where I am sitting for quarter 1. I want to remind you guys, I know every time I upload one of these quarter update or end of the year wrap up goal videos, goal setting is not for everyone. And I understand that. It is something that I don't know if it's the ADD brain, the blonde girl brain, or what, but list setting does actually help me stay focused on things that I intend to do, want to do, plan to do. And it helps me to visualize what I'm actually doing. So it actually helps with weird things like purchasing yarns that aren't for a project today that are going to be on the yarn wall. And these goals aren't hard and fast. You know, life happens, things go on, and you can't always do 100%. Sometimes you may do 20%, sometimes you may hit 80%, but we're rarely always going to hit 100%. The goal for these is not to hit 100%. It's to use these as visualization markers, milestones, keeping track. I mean, for me, just knowing, you know, how much I have coming in versus how much I have going out is an important thing for me to keep track of. So I do use these as a very loose plan, a guideline. So it is not a must be done list. This is it would be nice to. And as I have the platform of having a channel, I enjoy sharing with you guys because I like hearing what you guys are working towards and how much you're progressing towards your goals as well. So I am actually filming this a little bit early. It's not quite the first of the month yet, but there's no way I'm going to finish anything else but in the next 3 days. Our schedule is just slammed for the next 4 days straight. We have something to do almost like every 3 hours for the next 4 days. So there's just no way I'm going to finish anything between now and then. So while I had time to film it, I thought I'd sit here and talk to you guys about it for a minute. But just remember, for me personally, this is not a must-do list. If you guys, find list, I love checking things off. That serotonin hit that you get from checking things off a list just always makes me feel really good. So if you're like that and you have kind of like a loose list that you're following, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you had kind of an idea of what you wanted to do, even if you didn't write it out like I did, let me know in the comment section down below how you're progressing to that goal, what you're thinking about, even if you just want to share your process of how you manage visualizing crafting. I think this is all important stuff. I enjoy hearing your input, and I enjoy seeing you guys interact with each other in the comment section down below, because you guys have so many wonderful ideas. And my community is a beautiful community where you guys are making friends with each other and sharing information there in the comment section. So please feel free to share down below how you're goal setting, if you're goal setting. How do you track it? How do you think about it? And how have you progressed for Q1 of 2025? So I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. I look forward to seeing you all real soon. Bye, guys.